What up? Compact Creations number two. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's get into the setup real quick. Basically, I'm going to be using the Korg Volca FM. Super cheap FM digital synthesizer, good for like general sounds. It comes with a few presets. You can load your own. There's a big community behind putting a bunch of presets in there and stuff. So there's a bunch of sounds out there. As far as editing goes on it, it's a little limited or clunky, I guess I should say. But anyway, that's the Volca FM for my synth sounds. Next up, we're going to be using the Teenage Engineering Pocket Operator Rhythm, also known as the PO-12. And this is going to be handling my drums and potentially other sounds, maybe a bass line or a lead line or something like that, because it has the capability. Both of these outputs are going into the H4n Pro, again being ran in mono mode, just like it was on the last Compact Creations. I don't find this to be a big deal breaker for me, because I just don't really care. Speaking of not caring, I'm using an auxiliary 1/8 inch out of the pocket operator to stereo 1/4 inch into the H4n input number 2, but you can see that I don't have the red side plugged in, which is the right side, just because I'm using it as a mono input. I may be losing a little bit of sound with that, but whatever. As far as the Volca FM, I got the audio output of the Volca FM, just an 1/8 to 1/4 mono cable straight out of the Volca FM into the left channel, or channel number 1 of the Zoom H4n Pro. Okay, so syncing these two was a little cumbersome just because the Volca FM does something weird, which I'll explain later. But basically I have the sync output of the Volca FM going out of there into the pocket operator rhythm, and I have the PO-12 or the rhythm basically set to SY2 to take the clock and run its sequencer. Another side note about this setup, it's completely battery powered, which I didn't realize until I put everything on the table and realized I didn't need any power cables, which is super cool. So this may be potential for any kind of simple travel gear. Alrighty, with that aside, let's go and try to create something. Alright, so this is probably going to be one of the more difficult ones I've had to do, just because I'm not the biggest user or fan of the Volca FM, to be frank. I find that it's always missing that one last X factor, but for the price and the sounds that it comes with and like the quick editing of the carrier and modulator, can't really beat it. So I figured, why not, let's just try and push this thing and see what we can do with it. Pocket operator rhythm, I can make jumps on this all day. Oh, real quick, before we get started, like I said earlier with the syncing thing, basically the Volca FM will constantly send the sync out, even if the sequencer isn't running. Whether this is normal or not, I don't know. I've used this kind of setup before and it wasn't the case, but in this case, the Volca FM continuously sends it. You can hear it there. So I'm going to go to function, hit BPM, and get to SY2. Boom, SY2. And you can still see that I'm sending or receiving the sync signal. So I just have to press play and land it on the 1. Not the best, most ideal situation, but if this is what we got, we can totally make a track. So let's go ahead and try to do this. I'm going to press play, Volca FM, get myself a metronome, and then try to land this on. Da, 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 boom. Cool. So I think that's right. Let's go ahead and lay down a kick drum sound, right? Turn the volume up on this bad boy. Alright, coming in a little hot. Let's shape this up. Man, this thing hits. Cool, that'll be good for now. Turn this metronome off. So I have my tempo set to half, just so it gives me a little bit more. It's almost like 2 bars in 1 bar kind of thing. So I'm using the string sound. Alright, let's try that. So let it go back around. That little mess up's kind of cool, why not? So here's the next thing, right? I'm going to go ahead and save this to pattern 1, not on pattern 2. And I'm going to go to pattern 2, which is nothing. So then I want to find a new chord. So we did this one. Let's try. Oh my god, I left record on. Amateur hour. Alright, so now let's try that. That's cool. Write that to 2. Now let's go to 3, and again, find a new chord. That's kind of cool. That's da, 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 da. Cool, so let's write this over pattern 3 and pattern 4. So now go to memory. I just tied all of those together. Let's get a little bit more decay, and that's going to be of the carrier. So let's see how it sounds here. There it is, kind of hangs a little. Let's turn the modulator down. Ooh, nailed it. Alright, let's go ahead and find some more sounds. Sound here. Let's lay some of this in. That's cool. Sound, let's get that up hat in here. Right. Classic house style. Shorten that up a little bit. Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and write this pattern, which is on 4 for whatever reason, onto 1. So write pattern 1, and then we go to 1. Hopefully it's there. Yep, cool, we're good. Write pattern onto number 2. Now go to pattern 2, and we'll, let's see, we'll take the kick drum out. Right, so we'll say right. Maybe add a clap in here. That is awful. You know what? This thing's coming in a little hot. Let me lower the volume a little bit. There we go. That'll do. Dope. Okay, cool. Pattern. Write pattern onto 3. Go to pattern 3. Now we're just kind of building, I guess, patterns up. So let's go back to our kick drum. And should we do the typical? That's kind of cool. Oh, you know what we should do? We'll do this, write pattern, go to 4. So I just copied this onto pattern 4. Easy. Cool, now let's just write a bass line. Actually, let's take the kick out. Cool, and then find our bass line. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna hold down right and play this in. So, and then we're gonna hold down right again and shape the sound up. And let's try to give it some tone. Oh man. Oh. Yes. Cool, cool, cool. How about just low? Oh, that is subby. I'm down with that. Maybe those you guys on laptop speakers can hopefully still hear that. Right pattern. Let's go on to 5. Pattern 5. This is tight. Right. Let's get the kick drum on here. Yes, sir. Cool, so let's start adding some, oh right, I forgot about that. It always records effects. Okay, so I could pause this and then restart it on time again, because again, this is always running that sync. So this is the moment of truth, I guess. No, messed up. Play it off. Yes, nailed it. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit right pattern and copy pattern this, which is 5, onto 6, 7, and 8. Now what I'm going to do is hold down pattern and say play pattern 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now it's cycling through all those patterns, and I'm going to add effects on top of each of those patterns separately to kind of change them up a little bit. So holding down effects. I should probably figure out what effects I want to use first. Okay, these effects are too crazy. I'm just going to hold down effects and let that kind of clear itself out. Let's shape this up a little more. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's start building a song. I'm going to hold down pattern and say play pattern 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now it's just kind of doing its thing. And now it's going to go through 5, 6, 7, 8 and we'll add effects. Super subtle. There, easy. That's all we needed, right? Start building this up. Oh, that lined up perfectly. I tell you, if you can count to 16, you can make music. How can we spice this up? Transpose. Perfect timing with that kick out. And then let's go even higher. And then go to pattern, kick drum ones. Oh, too low. I need to add some more little kick drum hits in here, so. So there's that one. Swing on this? Can I even add swing when you're externally synced? Oh yeah, there it is. Yes! Okay, now we're talking. This is cool. You know what? I might have changed my mind on this. Man, you could push this so much further too, and this is just with this setup. I'd play this track in a club. This is kind of tight. Could I add anything else? What could we do? Let's see. This is kind of tight. Then you can even go to a section, like let's say we go to pattern. We'll take the first one, the default with pretty much nothing. Copy that another 2 times. Go to pattern here. Sound 1 and take the kick drums out. Go to pattern 10, which has them back in, and we'll build a fill. So we'll do something like just awful. Okay, that kind of works. That could be weird enough that it kind of works. So what I'm going to do now is say pattern. We'll do 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, da, da, da. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10. So 8, right? Do I know how to count? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10. Yes, 8. Okay, cool. So it's like a perfect kind of changing 16 bar thing. So I now can start opening this up during this part, and then I can close it down when the beat comes back in. Cool. Awesome, man. If you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate the thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you know a way I can make this video better, let me know in the comments below. With all that being said, yeah, you guys can always follow me on my Instagram, where I post a lot of other videos like this in my studio with a bunch of other gear. So yeah, hit me up on my Instagram. A bunch of links down below to some gear and stuff like that. They are affiliate links. They totally help out the channel if you guys are about that life. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, without further ado, you guys know the drill. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.